Hi guys, it's Friday. Wowzers. You know, traditionally, we as two women used to talk about sex a lot more, and it's how our relationship actually started when we really opened up about things because it was such a normal thing.
She's going crazy.
She just ripped open a Prime.
And these are the Primes that they're like kids can't drink them because they have too much caffeine.
You like that feeling?
Lately, I really like I feel like
a woman.
No, I feel like really like I felt like yesterday I was really. Remember I said I feel really comfortable.
You don't want to feel comfortable.
No, I don't like feeling relaxed and comfortable because it's not exciting.
You're like Chi-Chi. You're like a dog. You mellow out in your age, maybe. You're supposed to get crazier.
I also am on like so many things.
Oh.
And I was on muscle relaxers. Yeah, to relax my jaw.
But you didn't need that. You just needed a root canal.
Although, I think because I clenched so hard on the thing that was hurt, that it was pushing on a nerve that was like, hey, you motherfucker. Like, that was crazy.
Yeah. So you're better. Are you still on drugs?
Yeah. Yeah. And then he actually gave me an antibiotic that said, I looked it up. It has something about pain relief in there. But I haven't chewed. Like, I haven't really chewed. I was so hungry last night. Oh my gosh. I did not want soup though. But I haven't chewed or clenched because I'm wearing my night guard now. So I feel like it's just easing up.
You're on like a 6-day cleanse. You haven't eaten anything.
I was thinking if I was poor, by the way, you have to be rich to have a root canal.
Just I thought you were saying like if you were a poor.
No, not a poor. If I was poor.
Poor.
So basically like if you want to get, this is not sexual, but if you want to get a root canal, it can cost up to $3,000. If you can't afford it, they pull the tooth.
Yeah.
So, but I was just thinking right now with this medication and with everything I'm on, as long as I don't eat or clench my jaw, I could live like this for a while longer.
Okay. I think you can get sepsis though.
Ooh, that's bad.
Anyways, back to sex now. We talk about root canals. That's where we're at in this life of ours. You know what I mean?
Sexy.
It's like, it is really crazy. It's really crazy. It's really quite odd because I think what happens is, riddle me this. You start off with your relationship and you start off married. Okay, you start off dating. Everything's normal. Then you go and you have kids. So your relationship changes so you can talk about it and think about it and you can feel it because your relationship was so about, it was just about the two of you. And when you introduce kids, it was still so close to when it was just the two of you. Because if they're 3, if your oldest is say 4 and your little one's 0, that was still only 4 years ago that you can envision the way it used to be, even though it's really hard to remember how it used to be.
And the children aren't bringing in conversation that's adding to, like, they're just making sounds and doing things.
It's still your life, okay? Then you fast forward and now you're 16 years from when it was before. You know how they have like before BC? We are before child, right? Let's talk about it that way.
Oh my gosh.
Before child. So BC.
Let's have something else because they already have BC.
I mean, before kid. BK.
Before BK.
Not BJ. BK.
Or before being a mom. BM.
BM. That's bowel movement, but fine. BK.
Before kids?
BK. Before kids.
I'm 16. It was 16 BK when I had Taylor.
16 BK. So we're BK, right? And so I think to myself, it's like, you just get like a little more worn down. It's like you kind of can't remember what it used to be like. And you're sort of just like going through the things. And like what we don't, I don't know if this is a problem, but we do not talk about our relationships anymore. Like there's really we have no time to talk about our spouses. Like,
what would we talk about?
We talk about the children. We talk about what we have to do. We talk about our lives.
I mean, we do talk about our husbands.
Not much. No, really not much. Unless there's a problem.
Exactly.
But not much. Like really, nothing's really a problem anymore. Like there's not really. Think about it.
I mean, 2 weeks ago I had some problems.
I mean, but it didn't consume us. It didn't really talk. Like it wasn't a big deal. Do you know? Like I mean, before
we knew we'd get through it.
It's before we used to talk about it, like situations. Like it was like, it was. It's
like we figured them out now. In all those years that we were discussing our relationship, we were trying to figure out, like our relationship, why it was that way, why they were that way. And now we have them so figured out that everything they
like
do
an old myth.
is like another pattern of something they've done before.
Yeah. And then I said to Nat, I'm like, how's your sex life these days? Because it has been so long. And then I thought to myself, do friends even check in with each other about that stuff? Or is that like an off topic that you don't talk about with your friends? Or is it something?
I feel like the only people who really talk about it are the people who are talking about doing it. Do you know what I mean? Like,
but are they really doing it?
I think if it's my girlfriend and she's talking about sex, she's not lying about it.
Yeah.
But the majority are not really talking. And like when I get someone going on their sex life, I'm like, tell me everything. How did this go? How did that?
Because there's jokes that will happen at dinner parties. Mm-hmm. Like it's like, oh, like they'll like let one fly of like, well, last time we had sex, it was when the cobwebs were in the bush of the whatever they say. The like comments.
The men love to make these comments about how it's been so long since they've had sex. But guess what? No one's laughing about them anymore. It's not funny.
Why?
Because it's uncharming.
Yeah.
And basically you're
dogging your wife.
You're dogging your wife.
Because you could be like, what are you? Someone should say, well, what are you doing?
Like, you haven't had sex in a while? Well, she doesn't want to have sex with you then. Why is that?
What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it should make them look bad.
Yeah, it should.
Oh my God! Every time they say that,
yes,
they should be so embarrassed.
You should be like, yeah. So what are you doing about that?
Yeah.
Are you in therapy?
Oh, that's too bad that your wife doesn't want to have sex with you.
What's wrong?
Yeah. What if is it? Are you not giving her attention?
Are you
not being kind?
Are you taking her on dates? Like, what's happening? Are you like pulling your end of the weight?
Oh my God! At the dinner party, someone has to stop right there and say, "I am sorry that you do not know how to be a good enough partner that she wants to jump your bones."
I know. I can say that. I'll say that to somebody. Yeah, leave it to me. Let's have a dinner party and make that happen.
I mean, our husbands say it, so
he hasn't said it in a while, which is great. But I'm going to ask. If he does it, I'm going to say. They haven't hung out in a while. It's our two that are the problem. The two of them get going. And actually, recently, I was like, just talk about what you want, not about what you don't want. It's unattractive.
Oh my gosh!
Talk about what you want.
The power of talking about what you want actually happens. It's a magic. And by the way, if you guys are hearing this, we are going to Taylor Swift. And your daughter wanted to.
She was going. So two things she kept saying. I'm going to sit outside, but now they've banned people sitting outside. She's like, I'm going to go sit down outside of the
theater or
the concert hall, whatever it is. I'm going to go sit outside. I'll be able to hear it. Then she tried to find a hotel room to go watch it from the hotel room because that was a thing. And then she's like, okay, she kept being like, I'm not giving up. And then at one point she was like, do you think I'm not going to go? And I was like, what do you think? She's like, no, I think I'm going to go. It was because it's getting very close right now. Like it's November.
Oh my gosh, it's like a couple weeks away.
So I was like, well, and so then when I told her, she was like, I could cry. I'm so happy.
She was already in her room when Taylor called her, holding the dress that she's going to wear.
Yeah. She's like, I could cry. And I was like, that's adorable.
And I was like, you're fine. You have the dress in your hand that you bought and had nowhere to wear it.
And all we listen to is the Eras Tour album on Spotify. It just goes over and over and over again. They will know every song they already did, to every word, to everything.
I wonder where our seats are going to be.
No idea. We're going.
It would be good if they were good.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're all good. You go for the experience.
But and I'm saying, get your bicycle sweater.
I was wondering how many people are going bankrupt for this. But we're talking about sex today, by the way.
Oh, I know. Oh, but it was the power of thinking about what you want. And
Positively.
I was like, no surprise, Olivia is going to Taylor Swift.
Oh, she secreted.
I was wondering.
She goes like this, I always get what I want. I'm like, that's because you believe in your heart of hearts that maybe they just need to manifest sex more. Make a vision board about it.
And they're very bad at vision boards. We played with them once. No, my brother and I will always say, like, got a horseshoe up your ass. Something else just happened to him recently where he fully should have not gotten whatever it was. And then he was like, and then I'm like, we always look at each other like, big surprise. It always works out. It's because you don't freak out about the things that don't work.
You don't freak out about the things that don't work.
I was wondering, when you're alone with your husband. I know you don't watch a lot of movies or anything, but let's say you're watching a movie and there's a sex scene. I know we were talking about kids before.
Like what movie? Well, I have not, because we watch a lot of series, docu-series. I like that. For me to get into a movie, it's like I haven't even watched The Perfect Couple yet, which apparently is littered with sex.
it's funny when I think about it, I barely think about sex.
Yeah, I don't.
My memory of it's not sex.
Okay, so someone said that, and I was like, not a
lot of sex.
Okay, the weird. And someone also said the rabbi one.
No, not a lot of sex.
Totally agree. I was like, what is that? No, because we ripped through that one because they were 20 minutes. Super easy.
Oh my gosh, so good.
Super
Just
easy.
give me some more. 20 minutes. I love it.
Really easy for me to get through. But the long ones, I mean, what TV show has a lot? I guess there's the mountain one you like or something. I don't know. Or like, there's one you liked that was a lot of sex. I can't remember which one it was.
I don't know, but I always think that if I'm like sitting with any guy and he's watching a sex scene, that like he's like immediately horny, stops thinking about the movie's about and wants to have sex.
Yeah, that must go deep in history for you.
I think it's true.
That every guy thinks about sex when they see
there's sex scene, yeah, they get excited. It's like a little bit of porn for them.
Huh.
I know.
You think that's porn or erotica?
Whatever. Sex.
I wonder how many men read erotica.
I don't think many. I think they just read about like bettering themselves in the workplace as a leader, and
they should read that. They could pretend they're reading like a marketing magazine, and it could just be all
research
erotica.
on what she might like.
Well, you know what I want to do? Actually, I want to have a for you and me like a sex worker. No, wrong.
Wow. Sounds exciting.
Like someone who does those parties, has things that they bring.
The sex toys?
Yeah.
You want them to bring them?
I want them to come on the show
and explain how they all work.
I want them to come and show us everything.
Ooh, that would be fun.
Yeah, just like
do those things still happen?
I don't know.
Did you ever go to one of those?
Tickle party or something?
Yeah, did you ever go to
for
one?
Sure I did. That was like all the rage when we were like 21.
I know, and everyone hosted it, and then they get like a % of the sales.
Or something. Yeah. I was like, we should just do that.
I feel like sex toys were such a big topic a little while ago. Now I feel like it's died down.
They're not. That's where we're at in our life, babe.
Or maybe it's also that like it was like, oh my God, I can't believe it. People are talking about it. I can't believe they're selling it at like Shoppers Drug Mart, CVS. And then everyone's like, oh, okay, normal now. Everything is desensitized.
Including vaginas because of clitoral stimulators.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big problem. People can't have female ejaculation anymore because of vibrators being too strong.
Yeah. Well, if a man, what do you say?
I say if a man can't finish you off faster than a vibrator, what's the point?
I know. And when these, like a lot of women say they like, and when in our things that they like take it in the shower and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, a mom having a shower alone with the ability to use.
Their kids must be older. And I feel like older kids, I mean, yours are different, but I feel like my son would never walk in the shower anymore when I'm having a shower. Like, it would be weird. You're weird.
It would be really exposing in your shower because it's literally a glass room.
I have an orgy bathroom.
You sure do.
Yeah,
I wonder if you'll ever use that.
For an orgy?
Yeah.
Fuck no.
Life is long.
Nope. No, I'd have no interest in
it just happened to you.
Playing with other people's
drugged
body
you.
parts. I have no interest in playing it. Well, I wouldn't remember it. I
There are
have
a bunch
no
of naked bodies
interest.
all in that room, and they can put the steamer on.
and
And some people are in the bathtub.
No, and people make noises.
Some people are on the ledges.
Nope.
She's got ledges.
Yeah,
and
I've got
steamers.
multiple like shower
you could
heads.
probably fit like comfortably like 3 couples in there.
My children have more parties in my bathtub. My little one particularly. They have full shower baths and like parties in there in their bathing suits. But it's a definite every time someone comes for a swim. She's like
it's
this.
A fun room.
Let's go up to the shower. Then I have to tell the parents. But I'm like they're in their bathing suits but my bath is like a pool, a hot tub.
Oh my gosh! Talking about that, I was just
No, we can't.
No,
this is a fun one.
I was fun. What you think I'm going to say something not fun? I mean, it wasn't fun for me. I wasn't there.
What was it?
But like
you were talking about children. I was like, no.
Yeah, like teenagers getting caught by their parents having sex.
Oh yeah, I mean,
what if you walked in, your kids thought you were away, but they were in the glass chamber and they were having sex in there?
They wouldn't.
They wouldn't do it.
No one wants to go to your parents' bedroom.
Bathroom?
No, nobody.
Yeah, bathroom.
I remember walking up to my parents' bedroom and just being like, I didn't even feel comfortable in their bedroom.
Oh,
this is like not my place.
Oh,
I remember
she was also not your mom.
I just didn't. I just did because it was a different floor. So you basically had to go upstairs to go to like the floor. Like I don't need to be up there. When you get to a certain age, like you don't unless you share the bathroom and stuff. You don't. If you lived on a different floor and your kids went up, it's kind of like your parents' room and your friends are over and you're like, hi.
Oh my gosh.
Come on up to my parents' room. Weird.
Wow. My room is like the community center. My
yes,
bedroom.
yes, it is. But they all use your bathroom.
It's also, they use my bathroom and it's also at the top of the stairs.
Yes,
right?
they
So
just
it's like
walk
the
in.
first place to go in.
Eventually, their friends will find it weird to walk into your bedroom.
Good.
Like, do their friends walk in right now?
Not often, but when they do, I'm like, that's weird that you just walked into my room.
So there you go.
Yeah.
It's weird. And if you're in your bed and then you're like, hi.
Which I'm always laying in my
No,
bed.
that's weird.
And how do they know I'm wearing clothes?
No, you don't. So they must not be very clued in.
Uh-huh.
But you, I mean.
I think that there's been 3 little kids who've come to my house. And I can think of 3 little kids that have come, little being teenagers, walking into my room. I'm like,
yeah, that's weird.
what are you doing here?
Unless they don't think it, but I don't feel like Chloe would ever walk into, especially if the parents in there, because I'm only can equate Chloe to the age, because that's the age.
Mm-hmm.
But she's not walking into a parent's bedroom with her friend if the parent's in there.
Yeah.
Nuh-uh, because you could have been changing.
I know. It's
And
my
then-
bedroom. That's where you get naked.
And then they walk in and there you are, and you're like, pardon me. No, thank you. What'd you say? Hey, guys.
I was like, hi. I don't want to be rude.
I wonder if they said something, and then teacher's like, no, let's go.
I could hear them. So I think they just walked in. They might have not even known they were walking into my room. You know, they
What
didn't
did
know
they
the
do?
house.
Did they feel shocked?
Just kind of stood there for a bit, and then I was like, "Okay, guys, get out."
Were
of
they
my
hoping
room."
to hop into bed with you?
No joke, right? Because my bed is a pretty open, invited place.
Where everybody visits? Okay, so I was on, my thing with people right now. The
know-
headlines are so weird and random.
I even had one that came up for the first time that said, "It's going to be it." Like, you know how they're so bad, the people headlines.
Yeah.
Like kind of like, watch out. Like, this one is going to have, like, it had a warning
that it was so bad.
that it was like going to be something I might not want to see.
Okay,
I was like,
so
it's about
but you
time.
can't even see the picture. Sometimes it's just like it's just like the title, and then you have to go into the article to read the article. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
So this one's couple waits to kiss for the first time at the wedding altar. Waits to kiss. Okay, just plain old, just kiss each other. Like, not even do anything else.
Did it have a photograph of the couple?
Had the photograph of the couple. Then you go to the comments. Whoa.
I always wonder too, when those photos on there, is that really them?
Yeah, it's really them. So then you
Were
go.
they young?
I mean, not that young. Like, young, but not really young.
Had they never kissed anybody?
No. Well, it didn't say that. It just
Okay.
was like they had waited to kiss. Okay. Which brought me to, like, do you hold hands? Do you and is it just like, can't wait to see you at the altar?
I also
Bye.
don't. I don't think you can tell from hanging out with somebody what they might be like to kiss.
Well, it led me to the ideology of, people hear often you hear it from, like, a grandmother. I've heard this, like, these grandma conversations. I haven't heard it from parents yet, but I guess it's because we're not at the age yet where we can give the advice. But let's just say one of your kids comes to you and they're like, I'm going to marry this person, but we've never, like, we've never touched, we never kissed, but we're going to get married.
You're like, try before you buy.
That's what a lot of people say, is like, go test drive the car before you buy the car. Don't just buy the car on sight unseen. Go test drive the car. And I'm 100% part of that. But the people who believe in no sex before marriage, how far are you going? Like, how far are you going?
Well,
Are you kissing?
Don't you know that from your Utah people?
They do everything.
Except
Vaginal. They do everything. But I don't know if some people are actually
I feel like
where's the
really
line?
Religious, like, people who
are not
follow,
kissing, not holding.
Yeah, who follow the real rules, because your Utah people clearly break all the rules.
Yes, they do. I mean, the ones I watch online, okay?
I think that they don't do
Self-admitted.
anything, and then it seems like on the shows that I've seen, I don't know anybody like this, that they get married really young because they're just dying to do something.
And then?
They do it.
And then?
I mean, I guess it's like an arranged marriage in a way too. You just kind of like you get what you get.
You make it work.
You make it work.
You're just like, okay. Like, are they right off the get-go, like, a little bit, like, more wild? Or no, is it just like 1, 2, 3, 4, pump, 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 pump?
And especially if they're like, let's say they're virgins, they've never had sex and done anything with anybody. I just can't imagine. It's like, who takes the lead? Like,
Do
who
you watch
takes the
TV?
lead?
I really, even this is so...
Because it feels kind of childish to people doing it for the first time together with nobody who has any experience.
Oh, right. That feels immature.
It feels childish. You know what I mean? Like as you become an adult, somebody should know how to guide somebody to do it if the other one hasn't done
like
it.
you should go and try a few times.
You don't discover these things on your own, just too
Why?
Unless you're young.
Yeah. Then do they know what happens? Like, does she know what's going to happen?
Like, do they have sex ed?
Does she know that something's going to fly at her? Or are you like, what the hell? Does he know it's going to fly? Is he unaware of that he might grunt and make weird noises and she's going to have no idea what's coming at her? Like,
she's never seen his O face?
Or she's like, they're like, okay, or do they like undress and then be like, okay, now let's get into bed?
Oh my God, I would be so nervous.
I know, so much pressure.
We need to follow a couple like that.
There is a lot of them, but I don't know if they're being truthful about their being, they're being separate entities, because apparently, guys, the stats are youth are making out less and less. So
they're kissing less and less?
They're just not making out like they used to. The sex is down. Everything is down amongst teenagers. Like, we know this from the common parent. Like, it is not the thing anymore, because I believe what one of our experts says, and I think it was Lisa DeMar, do not quote me on that. They're not as bored anymore. They have something to do to fill their time. So they can, they're on their phones. Like, they're just not hanging out doing nothing anymore. Where before, if you had a boyfriend, you didn't have something to distract you. You were the two of you, and there was nothing to do but,
oh my gosh, right?
To make out.
The only thing you could possibly be doing is like watching a movie or something, but the whole time you're watching a movie with your boyfriend, you're thinking about making out.
Now they are so distracted. They're not even... That's my theory, is that they have the distractions now to not be bored to do that, because boredom leads to...
Is that good or bad? I mean, that was so fun.
I know.
Like... hooking up with guys, making out with them. Like, that was such a good way to be bored.
Bars are down, like attendance to bars. People don't go to bars anymore. And we know that when kids go to parties now, they sit on their phone. I don't know if 7 Minutes in Heaven is happening anymore. They all sit on the couches and they...
Oh my gosh. Can we ask our kids if there's like spin the bottle?
They tell us they don't really want to go to parties because everyone just sits there and is on their phones.
So there's no more spin the bottle?
Well, I have not heard of any games playing.
Well, I never got to play any of those games.
Why, Natalie? What happened to you in your life that you didn't get to play Spin the Bottle?
I never was in a situation like that.
There was a circle jerk in grade. Yeah, I told you.
Do you know what a circle jerk is, Catherine?
Yeah, I do.
Could you tell us? Because
I didn't play. I didn't play
I do not think you were in a circle jerk.
For sure, I was in a circle jerk.
Well, tell me what it is.
Okay, so I wasn't in it, but I was
sure
there. I left.
You know what a circle jerk is?
1,000% I do.
I think you don't.
So
based on what you're saying.
So here's really weird. I can tell you who it was with too. There's a bunch of them.
I don't think you know what a circle jerk is.
It was in grade 8. I sure do. You sit in a circle,
and
play with each other, all in a circle.
Okay, a circle jerk, I think, is a bunch of guys standing there jerking off with a girl.
Oh, I think it's like you're jerking off the person beside you.
Jerking off is such a gross word. So hold on. Is the lights on?
This is my memory. Now, I'm in grade 8. Reminder, okay? So
see, this is where I missed it. Grade 7, 8, 9, I went to a girls' school. And so I did not get these opportunities that all my friends that went to co-ed schools
You really missed out.
And sure did.
We didn't have cell phones because we were real busy doing bad things. So I remember we used to go to these people's houses. And
was it in the basement?
Nope. It was this. I have no idea how we were there, and I have no idea why there was no furniture in the apartment we were in.
Whose apartment was it? I knew you were going to say that. His parents had no furniture.
Unless it was they were moving and they owned the apartment. Okay. Like maybe they had rentals.
Okay.
And they were renting them out.
Oh, wow.
Exactly where it was, okay? And we're all in there, and like we're all sitting around. I feel like there was not even lights. Like I feel like we had like a flashlight. Like I can remember it just being like,
how many people were there?
Probably 10 of us, 12 of us.
Like half girls, half boys.
Yeah. Like our crew of people that we hung out with. We're all in a circle.
The ones you're going to see this Saturday.
Some of them. Some of those get entered in grade 9. No, I guess those are all 7, 8s.
Can you tell them about this again? Remind them about it?
I'm going to ask actually. Okay. Guys, do you remember?
Yes.
So I remember they all get in a circle and they're like, let's play this game. And I think it was like spin it and you put your hand down each other's pants. Yeah, I didn't play this. I'm like, I am not playing this game.
So what did you do?
Probably pretended to be passed out or drunk or something.
on the furnitureless,
Yeah.
no electricity.
I remember. Yeah.
So then it would go to them. So let's say it went to like Bob and then went to her. She had to stick her hand down.
Yeah.
Just like quickly touch it.
Or like do something and then pass it on.
And then if it went to the girl, then he just had.
Yeah. Whoever you were beside. Those were the games.
It's so uncomfortable.
Sure is.
You know, I'm actually, it was, what a blessing that I went to that girls' school for those 3 years, because I would not have been able to handle that.
Yeah. I did not want to see.
Was there any kissing, like spin the bottle kissing? And was there
Probably.
any 7 minutes in heaven?
No.
I've only seen it on TV, but I know that it happens.
No 7 minutes in heaven. Now that would actually be a cancelable offense. Like, I don't think you can actually do that anymore.
Well, if a girl and a boy both consensually.
I think it used to be like, go in that. Like, you used to put two people in there and like lock them in. Mm-hmm. Now you have to. Now it's like you just go make out somewhere. Like, I don't think you can technically play that game. In my brain, I'm thinking. Anyways, that game was those games were dry humping. So much dry humping.
I'll never forget.
Dry humping in the ravine.
You?
Yeah, dry humping everywhere. Dry humping was my sport. I didn't play sports. I played dry humping.
In the ravine.
Yeah, everyone. Yeah, in the res. Hey, who's going to the res? No one goes to the res anymore. So sad for you all. I feel so sad for you teenagers.
Are you sure they don't?
I am positive. They go to sewers once in a while, but the res?
No, you went to sewers. I've never heard of anyone going to a sewer.
Oh, yeah, they're still sewer kids. 100%. 7, 8, watch out. Your kids go to sewers. I heard them recently in the sewers.
What are sewers?
In the sewers, in the ravines. You go in the sewers.
Ravine.
Into the sewers where all the water's coming out. Very dangerous. Number one, there's gas pockets down there. You used to make fake torches. You used to take sticks, wrap it with
Where are you from?
with clothing you would find, and then you put gas on it and torch it, and you'd walk through the sewers. But if you had a gas pocket, you're blowing up because the cops found us once. No, I'm kind of. And then the second, definitely was. I mean, I lived with some crazy people, crazy, because I didn't really live at home.
Well, I guess
I lived at one person's
friends
house.
Did it too?
And then the second one was if the
Can we look up?
If the water filled up too much, they'd have to let the water go. So like if the rain was raining too much, when the water comes through, you can get killed in the sewer because they let the water out from the res, and you get pulled away and get crushed up against the.
Okay, when I went to the res, I went on the grassy patches.
Yeah, that was nighttime. We did the sewers during the day.
I don't know, but I remember. I'll never forget, and I've told you this before, that I was dry humping, and like I didn't know
in the res.
No.
Not outside. Oh, all dry humping outside.
Inside of a bedroom.
Oh, how'd you find that at grade 8?
I was not in grade 8. Oh no, I was old enough, and then I moved, and I kneed him in the balls.
Yes.
Yeah, and it really hurt him. I didn't know that balls were so sensitive.
How old were you
like
with your first
10?
dry hump? Oh, you were old.
Yeah.
Yeah, dry humping.
And then I remember he felt sick, and then he told his friend that he felt sick because I kneed him in the balls, and it hurt so much. And I was like, ugh.
Does anyone not? Is dry humping like not a common knowledge thing?
Do they still do that?
I don't know.
Or do they just go for sex?
They should definitely not miss that step.
Oh my God, it was so fun. I dry humped till I was 18.
Yeah, I didn't want to touch anything. I didn't want to see anything.
I did not want to touch anything. I did not even touch it. I did not.
Me neither.
And I just want everyone to know that you can get away with not touching it at all. If you want to touch it, go ahead, touch it.
But
if you don't want to. You don't. Look at us. We turned out just fine.
You can be a kiss. You can be a
kissing bandit.
You can go kiss your face off.
That was my most favorite thing at bars, just making out with people.
Yep. It does not have to.
You don't need to get their number.
It doesn't have to elevate very high. You don't have to get their snap. You can just go and.
Some girls didn't know that.
Oh, I know. That's the problem.
They thought they had to do it all.
You don't. Actually, don't.
How did they not learn from us? I remember one.
I think you and I were very similar in this.
Oh, one of my friends, I remember her being like, these people would always be like, you still haven't had sex. Like, it's like they didn't know in their minds, how I possibly could have avoided it because I was alone with my boyfriends. Have you still not? No. They were like, I don't understand.
You just don't.
You just don't. And guess what? If he breaks up with you, who cares?
100%. I was 14. I'm like, 14.
Easily move on to the next.
I don't care. Break up with me.
Break up with me.
He's like, you have penis phobia. I'm like, yeah, sure do.
I don't want.
It's disgusting.
It's disgusting.
What do you want me to do with that?
Yeah, gross.
Oh, fun.
And plus, you're a teen, so it's probably not that clean. You probably don't shower all the time.
And why would I want to start at 14? That is such a long penis. That's a penis life that I am not ready to get into.
Oh God, no.
There's nothing I'm like, it's not attractive. You're not like, whoa, what a piece of art. It's not like you're going to an art gallery and being like, look at that shape and stuff. Nope.
No, and you don't get a bad reputation for not giving it out.
Oh, no. You just get no, and like that one, you're not going to get it. Okay. I don't care.
What a challenge. I want to date her. It worked out.
I totally agree with you because you could do it at any point.
Any point.
Any point.
He would have. All of them would have been like, "Yes, please, please, please."
Yep. And we were like, "Nope, nope,
No.
nope." I would just, if you didn't want to, if it got past kissing, and like, that's all we do.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
No more.
Uh-uh.
Well, that's your roundup on Friday. Wow, that went by fast. What did I have to do? Leave them something? No, nothing. That was it. That was just, let me know if you dry hump.
Yep.
Like, is it still called that?
Oh, and also, if anybody out there waited to have sex before marriage,
Kissing.
I mean, that's going a little far. Does
I
anyone
think
follow us actually
I think
like
a lot
that?
of people waited
No.
to have sex.
Sex, yes.
Yeah,
Kissing,
yeah.
no.
No, but sex, yes.
We want to know all about it. We want to know about your first night together. We want to know if you wanted to do it before. We want to know, did you get married faster because you wanted to have sex?
Did you wait till the end of the night? Did you do it before you went to dinner?
Who was the leader, you or him?
How'd it go for you?
Was it weird being naked?
Yeah, for sure.
Did he have rhythm? Did you have rhythm?
Yep.
Did he come fast?
Slow?
Oof.
Oof. Leave us your comments.